You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, January 27th, 2023. I'm joined by my co-host, Christina Yasi.
Hello, hello.
Nick's on the ones and twos as always.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, pulling no punches, delivering all the production goodness that there is. How can I make production sound sexy?
Intro. I feel like it's pretty easy to make production sound sexy.
I know, just sprucing up things, adding textures and layers.
There you go. Sounds like what I asked for when I got my hair cut, but okay.
Yeah. Like when I go to masseuse, can you get some texture to that rub in?
Layer.
How's
welcome.
Everyone?
Good.
Everyone good?
Can't believe that it's almost done with we're almost done with January.
We're almost there. We're almost to the Super Bowl.
Truly. Exciting
Watched some
stuff.
football this past weekend. The old Eagles beat the crap out of Giants.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes,
much
they
of a
did.
game. Old Trevor Lawrence, my boy from Clemson, hung in there a little bit with Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City.
Yeah.
But another year coming. We'll see. Needs a little more help around him, I think. And
Yeah,
then,
little young.
Yeah.
Still a rookie.
The Dallas Cowboys do what they do, which is get hyped up and lose in the playoffs.
The Dallas Cowboys story.
Yes. But I don't get into the NFL that much, but playoffs, I feel football slipping away because I don't watch other sports as often.
Sure.
Like I get into basketball, like NBA tournament, like
Sure.
summertime, but football is kind of like the sport, college football especially. So now when it starts dwindling away, I'm like, okay, there's a game on. It's like one of the last games.
Right, you feel the loss.
3 games left, like true American football lover, I guess.
There you go. All American.
I know. It's another reason to drink a beer and have a sub sandwich or something.
There you go. I do love a good sub sandwich.
I had a good sub sandwich this past weekend.
Did you make it or did you buy it?
Jersey Mike's, man.
Only way to go.
This part of the podcast brought to you by
Mayonnaise.
Hellman's.
Dukes.
Yes. So this has been the news a lot. I wanted to tee this up. The old OpenAI ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. Have you used it yet?
I have used it. I literally write a social media post or blog post or something about Instagram engagement. Something, just gave him a layup. I gave old GPT boy a layup. He nailed it. I mean, it was pretty much what topically people are saying you should do. And very conversationally written. I mean, I could have copied and pasted and put it in a post and called it done.
Yeah.
So I did that. I threw a couple curveballs at him or her. She might be a girl, robot for all I know. I don't know. I don't want to be him, her, them, us, we. Whatever the pronoun is. I want to get it right. I want to get I don't want to get canceled by the robots.
True. True.
Those things might
I
really
tried
get
to
us.
use it and it was like the site was overloaded. Like it wouldn't even let me get on.
Yeah. So it happens when it's free.
It's fascinating. We'll see how long it lasts.
They've got a paid version now. It's going to change
A lot.
Knowledge is no longer a differentiator. Because knowledge doesn't necessarily take intellect. You have to have a good memory. But you don't have to be intellectual necessarily to have knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, things. And what this is going to do is it's totally democratized, like, knowledge in a way. Because and Google's done that a lot.
Right.
Let's be honest. But when this can write for you and you can set up automations and things for emails and all that, just pure knowledge alone is no longer going to differentiate. That's why, it's going to kill some jobs because just knowing shit isn't going to make you different.
Right.
Having intellect and applying it in capitalistic ways is going to make you stand out.
Well, and again, it's those things that you can't teach.
Yeah.
That are going to
and being smart and being
success.
like, okay, how can I navigate around these things? Because if you keep throwing the same spaghetti up on the wall that you were before, when stuff like this, like,
it's not going to stick anymore.
And I'll say this, like, it isn't like mainstream yet, but I'm still, I get, being a CEO of a company, I get 400 sales emails a week from different people, and selling some software, selling some accounting thing, selling something, and it's never ending. But it's clear that they aren't even paying attention, because some of it is like copywriters offering like to write copy for me. And they send a sample, and I'm like, this is no better than ChatGPT just did.
Right.
Like, your job might already be gone, buddy.
Right.
Like, and then the emails themselves aren't even as good as some of the examples I've seen from them. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, how about you send me a personal video? Because a robot can't do that.
Right. Try to kind of tap into the human side of it.
Yeah. Send me a YouTube video of you talking to me.
Make a TikTok.
Yeah. And you went and looked at my social media, and you knew exactly, like, because I live my life practically on social.
Yeah.
You could go, oh, your boys look like they had a good game last night. It might seem creepy, but it wouldn't to me. I'd be like, okay, you're paying a fucking attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personalization
you're putting it out there.
As human to human and differentiated ways is going to make you stand out. But it's still going to take some true wisdom and intellect, I think, to advance. And
some discernment.
And you can learn that. I mean, obviously, I have my own handicaps, hopefully none mental, but if you have certain limitations, then obviously there's always going to be an opportunity for people to do other things. But this knowledge gap is going to be non-existent in the next couple years, because when the robot, I like calling it the robot, the AI, the artificial intelligence can do a lot of tasks in an automated format that previously took your knowledge to implement. When that goes away, you better figure out something else to do. And so skilled trades are going to be equally more important, because until the robots are doing plumbing and welding and other things, and they are doing in factories, but on large scale, but like, skilled trades are going to make more money. There's going to be this weird gap. This person with 3 degrees is going to suddenly have no job. You're going to have the high end, and you're going to have the skilled trades end that are closer together than that middle used to be to the high end.
Yeah, it's good. The pendulum is definitely swinging the other way.
And I don't think anybody needs to like jump off a building or anything. But
please don't jump off a building.
No, don't jump. No, we're not promoting that. Figuratively speaking, not literally. But you need to be paying attention, because this is going to change the game. And if nothing else, for teachers and students that are cheating, writing their papers. I was talking to Cole about that last night.
Well, think about once they get Neuralink, where the knowledge is directly accessible in your brain.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to scare everybody today, Nick. I scared enough right there. Unsubscribe.
Right. When will it happen?
No, it's coming. But it's fun to play around with.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, like a lot
helps
of things
with some captions for sure. We had a good rad week.
Yes.
Rad week, if you will.
The growth god, Julian Walder. I mean, if you can call yourself the growth god, I mean, one, it's pretty ballsy, but two, when you back it up, you write software that's pretty fucking cool and does a lot of shit. Then,
right. Money where your mouth is.
It was, I listened to this, I've obviously listened to every episode because I interview them. And then I usually listen to them one additional time. But I listened to this one edited, actually this morning, on the treadmill. And there's a lot of knowledge here, folks. If you want to grow on Instagram, if you want to understand how the algorithm works, what it takes to kind of get ahead, the things that have worked in the past, the things that work now, this is a tight 15-minute episode that you do not want to miss. I'd go check it out. It's on all the platforms. Wherever you're listening to this, go back one and listen to the growth guy, Julian Walder, talking about growth hacking, and not in the criminal sense, but in the life hack sense. We all like life hacks, things that shortcut things.
Right.
How do you get to the end goal faster?
Streamline.
And tons of knowledge on how to grow on Instagram in 2023. Go check that out. Next week, I mean, does it get any better than this? Biggest badasses in business.
BBB.
The triple B. Oh, Howie P, Bruce Buffer, Sawyer, Hemsley, Kyle Creek, some of the big badasses we've had on the show. We've summarized it down to some of the badass knowledge that they brought, and this is a fun episode. You need to check it out. And really, again, we're condensing this down to knowledge, folks. Knowledge and insight and intellect that will actually help you grow your business. So you need to check that out next week, Tuesday,
wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever you do hear this right now, just listen to it again next week.
So listen, I consider myself a fairly classy individual, and I definitely, excuse you, I'm going to pretend that cough is not pointed. And I definitely have been a victim of the stigma of Delta 8 and CBD and THC. I mean, homeschooled, Bob Jones had a stigma. And then VAYCAY found us, and even their branding, which says a classy high, is something I can get behind. And they've got sleep aids. It is third-party lab tested, which, you're right, that's a great thing to say, but that means that they're not faking any numbers. Like, this is the real stuff. It's not, anything sketchy from gas station, sketchy dispensary.
Where you have no idea how much ingredients are in there.
Right.
Like, hey, yeah, there might be 40 millicrons of that, or there might be 400.
Right. And like the kid behind the counter can take it and it would kill you. But this is, very user-friendly. Love the packaging. They also have the sleep aid, which we've talked about how melatonin kind of messes with us. And this has a super low dose of melatonin, predominantly CBD. Chills you out.
No night terrors on this end. And my it's stepdad approved. My stepdad came back for more. He's like, that stuff helped me sleep. I didn't realize how much it helped me until I didn't take it. And he's like, it really helped me stay asleep longer. And it helped me as well. I had my solid 7.4 hours of sleep. My normal 6.5 was over an hour more. So check them out.
Yeah.
TakeAVAYCAY.com. Chris Hansen, one of the founders, super good guy. And we say it every week, but it's just important. I think it's one of the biggest attributes for them and why we're working with them, which is what Christina mentioned, the lab testing. And Chris's background is in medical testing.
Yep. Pharmaceutical.
They own a lab. And they have a third-party lab, so they knew where to go for this stuff. This is not someone concocting now with, none of the regulations, throwing ingredients in a bottle and you're hoping what you're getting. You can trust you're getting the best ingredients at the right doses to give you what you're looking for, which is a pleasant experience and not one of those yellow pills at the gas station, the yellow jackets.
It is 21
Do not
and up.
take one of those, by the way.
Right. Please don't take one of those.
Energy or Hives. I'm not sure which one it gives you, but
Energy Hives.
Hives. This is not that.
No, this is
all seriousness. Give them some love. VAYCAY. TakeAVAYCAY.com. Official CBD sponsor of the Radcast, and I am rocking
Rep
the
that
hat.
brand.
Repping the hat today, along with the Radcast from our boys at Branded Bills and girls, guys at BrandedBills.com. Go ahead and get them some love. I'm sitting here with all my merch on. I'm rocking Merch City here today. It's a cold, blistery day in Greenville.
It is very, very damp outside.
It's 40 degrees and 18 inches, and the river that's right behind our building looks like it might swallow us whole, but I think we're going to make it. The only reason we're going to make it is because I can get out of here in this sweatshirt.
There you go. Pop that hood up.
Pop the hood up. I did have the hood up coming in. Raining a bit. Hoodies, beanies, all the merch you want. Custom orders, or they've got a great design team. Go check them out at Branded Bills, BrandedBills.com, official merch sponsor of the Radcast. Got some social media holidays.
We do. Tomorrow is Data Privacy Day. #PrivacyAware.
Look, I actually posted this week. Good timing by the content team. Posted something about this. We're moving, it was ooh, we've got digital. Okay, we've got digital. We do all these things. Wait a second. All our shit's out there. All our information. People are becoming a lot more aware of this. It's important. And I say this. A lot of these apps are free, but there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Nope.
At least that's what my dad told me. And literally, you're giving away
All that information.
And you just got to be look, I do it because I know what I'm giving away. And until someone swipes my credit card and I don't know it, I'm okay with it. In all seriousness. But I don't put my credit card out there. I'm just saying the content you put out there, your information, your email, your phone number, you're giving that away when you use these free apps. And so just know it. But it's good to be aware. And I think you need to be aware of how your data could be used.
Yeah.
So on
Change
Data
those
Privacy
passwords.
Day,
Change your passwords.
on a cold winter Saturday, which is, I believe, that's Saturday, the 28th.
It is, indeed.
You have nothing better to do but read all the privacy agreements for all the apps
there you
use.
go. Don't just hit, I agree to terms and conditions.
Yeah. Here's a gun so you can blow your brains out. You'll thank me for it before you do it. That's a joke.
Right.
I'm sure I'll get canceled for one of a million things today. And there's a good line from, actually, Fletch. Go watch Fletch with Chevy Chase. It's a wonderful line.
Yeah. Old one. Sunday is National Puzzle Day.
This is a nostalgia for me. My grandmother and I, when I was a little boy, used to put together 5,000-piece puzzles. And
my dad and I used to do puzzles.
Literally on a Saturday or Sunday when my parents were dropping me off while they wanted to go get away, like what we do with our kids now.
Right. You get it.
My grandmother and I, though, in all seriousness, we would put like 3 or 4 we were badasses in puzzles.
I love it.
Not just business, but in puzzles.
There you go.
But it was fond memories, like that and playing Skip-Bo. It's a good Southern game.
What is it?
Skip-Bo and puzzles.
Okay.
That's what happened at Grandma Joe's house.
There you go. I'm not familiar with Skip-Bo, but
Those Southern
puzzles
roots,
I can get
baby.
behind.
But puzzles are fun, man.
I love
It's like makes you
puzzles.
think a little bit. And, I don't know.
Makes you think, but also kind of like shuts everything else off. Like it's very
because you have
zen.
to focus on the pieces, and so you aren't thinking about all your other problems. I didn't have many when I was 9, but
Listen, you take a
somewhat
puff of one of the
therapeutic.
Disposables, and then you do a puzzle.
I think
Did
I will.
we just crack the
I'm
code?
gonna take a VAYCAY gummy and do some puzzles.
There you go. The
We do
dream.
have some games here at Social House.
We do. Be
So
fun.
if you want to get your game on, come down
Hang
here.
out with us.
Yeah.
And then January 30th is National Croissant Day. I think I could live on croissants if I could.
I like a good croissant.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize how good croissants were because I kind of grew up eating like English muffins,
Totally.
which are good, but they're not as good anymore once you've had a croissant.
No, and like the real one, not the
yeah.
Pillsbury Crescents, not the ones at
Yeah.
Costco.
Yeah, no.
Go to a bakery.
Yeah, it's like pure butter, I think, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Like butter
is.
on butter on layers.
Just laminated dough
Yeah.
over and over again.
Man.
I'm here for it. And then
Nick, could you put an order in for some croissants?
Oh yeah,
we can
I'll
get
put
some
one in
tomorrow from the SC Bake Room. And then January 31st, ending the first month of 2023 with National Hot Chocolate Day.
Oh, good.
Lovely.
Yes, it's that time of year
Tis.
for some hot cocoa.
Indeed.
Hot chocolate, Swiss Miss Day. They need to have their shit out there if they
And
don't
they do.
already.
There you go. We got some social media news. This is a good one for a lot of people. The Instagram chief says photos will get more focus on the app in 2023. I think that we listened to the Kardashians on this one. Good news for Instagram purists.
I think that, and you have to lean into your differences.
Yeah.
And TikTok's never going to be about photos. So lean into your differences. And I'll say, there's something therapeutic in my feed when it's a photo, especially if it's a good photo.
Yes.
Like the art of good photography needs to be rejuvenated.
Agreed.
And I think people appreciate it, but it's like, all right,
It's
good
less
photo.
stimulating. So it's almost like less anxiety inducing.
It is, but sometimes it can say more.
Yeah.
And because sometimes, videos are a lot of hot air or a lot of
Too much time.
It's time, and it's like, I don't know what you're trying to get me to think, but I feel something when I see a photo.
Yeah.
When it does the right things.
Yeah.
So
100%.
here's a rejuvenating photography in 2023.
Coming back.
I'll sign up for that one.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Nick, you in for that?
Oh, I'm definitely in for that.
Yeah.
I love the photos on Instagram.
Nick's a good photographer, so
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
You
Go
ahead. No, I was going to say we're back to our AI news. Samsung is already using AI to automate social marketing ads.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
Yes.
Forget ChatGPT. But they mentioned it.
Yes. They're one of their lead guys says, describing it as fun, Ron does believe in the power of AI and its potential for helping marketers. In fact, he says Samsung saves a lot of money in Europe using AI to build its various digital banner ads that run across platforms. See,
It's already happening.
It's already happening. They're replacing, so if you're a banner ad builder, you need to diversify.
Yep. Lean into what makes you different. Lean into what makes you special.
Yeah.
You can be replaced by a robot. Figure something else out.
It's so funny. I started my career in one of my first gigs after I did this direct mail stunt that kind of sucked. And then I was versioning newspaper ads for Verizon. And this is like in 2000. I'm going to date myself. But... And I wish this AI existed because we literally actually we made a lot of money because we got paid because there wasn't software that would change the sizes and keep the dimensions of everything perfect. Like, it would have reduced our agency fees like in half.
Totally.
I'm probably glad it didn't exist back then. But see, everything evolves. Because we'd spend hours like resizing things and keeping things in proportion so it looked right. Because a couple inches here and there matter.
Makes it, hey-oh. Sorry. My comedy brain kicks in, and then I have to be like, no, you're working, Christina. It's different. But those specifics, the specs, important.
Yeah, certain specs are more important than others.
And certain things AI will never replace. Yes. On to our next article. Marketers welcome TikTok's transparency play despite political tensions. So we know that, and if you work for the United States government, you are not allowed to have TikTok on your phone because breaches in security. But TikTok's attempt to increase transparency and woo Washington lawmakers and civil society organizations to remain operating in the U.S. has caught the attention of some marketers. Transparency provides buyer confidence to marketers, said Ashley Karam-Kinsey, who's the VP of the agency.
I think this is good, but here's what I want to know. Is the average, let's say 22-year-old, are they buying or not buying or pausing in their choices on TikTok based on any of this, in your opinion?
Based on the data, the lack of privacy?
Like, part of me wants to think yes, and I know that there's this renaissance of expected behavior and goodwill and brands being accountable and all that stuff. I see that trend. But something like this is the average 22-year-old going, is this eyeliner that this influencer's doing? Am I thinking about the privacy? I mean,
I don't disagree with you. And for me, the article sounds more like, hey, we know this is a problem, but we know it's a problem. Isn't that great that we know it's a problem? We're telling you it's a problem. Like, it doesn't really feel like there's any correction to it.
We call that pandering.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yes. Panda a ring. That'd be a good TikTok, because like pandas pandering.
I do love a panda. Back to eyeliner.
Yes.
I already have some.
We'll see. I think it's good that they're talking about it. I hope that it makes a difference. But just don't fuck up the algorithms and start showing me stuff that's not relevant to me.
Heard.
That's the stuff that bothers me. Even though you have to give away your privacy to do it. But Facebook's got worse about it. It used to be pretty targeted, but now like my feed, as little as I get on Facebook, other than work, it's like,
it makes me wonder, like, what are you pulling information from?
Yeah. I mean,
it's very curious.
I like pantyhose, but it doesn't mean I wear them every day.
And it might not be what you're going to buy your wife, but who knows? The next article I love. YouTube unveils new program that enables students to earn college credits. They announced today that it's partnering with Arizona State University and educational video company Crash Course to launch a new program that enables students to earn college credit. That's amazing.
Social's coming for your college. I'm telling you, universities, this is supposed to help you right now, but let me tell you, social media is coming for those dollars. So
I am successful working at a marketing agency because of YouTube, because I have a theater degree. I learned none of this in college.
Yeah, exactly.
Taught myself everything.
So universities need to be very aware of what's going on. And I think it's great. I mean, it's like, I can see a scenario where I'm going to offer my kids like $100,000 to not go to college and just come work with me. Like, like say, let's just put some money in your savings account. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in all the, maybe go to social school or something, like learn the ins and out of social behavior. Cause that's probably what taught me more than anything in college. So if we could find that, maybe that could be a crash course instead of 4 years and $150,000.
Yeah. Just like, if it wasn't so expensive, I think that, and we shifted the priority of education actually was, right? And it was to learn for the sake of learning as opposed to learning for the sake of making money. That's a conversation, but I think this is great. And my God, the amount of classes I had where, like in college, where I was just told to watch YouTube videos, I think this will actually end up benefiting universities as well.
Yes. I see a world where, all college is on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram. Like literally.
Yeah.
Facebook University, play the music of graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is probably such a thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially
Pomp
after COVID.
and circumstance, there it is.
After COVID.
It is.
Our next article is a little controversial, which is why I added it. The M&M's spokescandies take an indefinite pause amid polarizing rebrand. M&M's decision to move away from the spokescandies in its marketing represents a major shift in strategy for the candy brand, which has worked to highlight themes of inclusion and diversity since first rebranding its colorful mascots last January. As part of the shift in strategy, M&M's have tapped actress Maya Rudolph, who I love, as a new brand spokesperson who is set to appear in the brand's previously announced Super Bowl spot.
Get woke, go broke. I'm just saying, I'm not saying... No, I believe in diversity and inclusion. No doubt. But don't put it in my fucking candy. Don't make it really political.
I don't think it was political. All they were doing, they changed shoes. It wasn't even this big, huge push. They added a purple candy and then
there was a lot more than that.
Took away
the green
sex
candy
appeal
became
But why are you making an M&M sexy in the first place?
They should have never even crossed some of these boundaries. It's like it didn't just start recently. It's like but it's okay that they're personifying characters, but it doesn't have to be taken so literally.
I think that the stigma of it is ridiculous. Like the fact that M&M even had to, it's fucking candy. Why are people so bent out of shape over a shift in footwear?
I think they just don't want to be told, because the reality is...
Or is it a publicity stunt with the Super Bowl?
99% of people don't want this shit in their candy and they're pandering to the 1%. That's what I think. But
I think it's a bunch of conservatives getting too offended over it.
I don't know. I fall right in the middle and I'm fucking thinking stupid. So, I voted both sides of the aisle and I think it's stupid as shit.
I think having a sexy M&M is stupid as shit. But again, like I said, controversial.
Yes.
That's what we got to do.
No, I just think it's candy. I'm not saying I agree that it should have been sexy. I'm just saying it just doesn't need to be politicized.
I don't disagree with that. And I think that it's the other side that made it political. But again, just my opinion.
I don't know. Everyone could be offended if they choose to be.
Well, and bottom line, they're not canceled. Everyone's going to keep eating M&Ms. I know I certainly will.
Yeah, I've kind of cut back as part of my,
2023 resolutions.
Yeah, well, my any brand that goes woke resolutions. No, I'm kidding. It's more that I just don't want to eat chocolate right now. While I'm getting into my bathing suit wear, those damn M&Ms, especially those green ones, man.
Caused you to stumble.
I know. She was turning my head as I went by the candy aisle.
Well, that's why they put her in flats.
Yes. Now I'm not turned on anymore, so I'm not going to eat her.
There's something there.
I know. All right. M&M's galore. Keep politics out of marketing. It helped me not to think about it. One way or the other. Oh, any final words?
No, not today.
Who's everybody want to win the Super Bowl? We got 4 teams left. Eagles, Chiefs, Cincinnati, and San Francisco. Does anyone care about any of those 4 teams?
I think I'm pulling for San Francisco.
It'd be a good story with old Brock Purdy, third string quarterback.
Yeah.
I think they're going to meet their match with the Eagles this week.
No, I do too.
But, they're all kind of, the Eagles are definitely fresh to a degree with a lot of new players, and old Jalen Hurts is a great story. But we'll see. I once the Jags got knocked out, I'm kind of ambivalent a little bit.
Sure.
Cincinnati looked pretty damn good against Buffalo, though. Good grief.
That's true.
Old Joe Burrow. He kicked Clemson's ass, and he hadn't looked back since. In that game, LSU was so good in that national championship, and
that's right.
He's just been on a high ride ever since. How the hell did freaking Ohio State not play him? Did he really blossom that late? He's probably the first or second best quarterback now. I don't know. That's crazy. Interesting ride. Football season's going away. Oh no!
But it'll be back.
I know. It always comes back around. I guess that's all we got. You know where to find us. We're at theradcast.com. Search for all the highlight clips. Search for M&Ms. Sexy green ones. Anything you want.
Sneakers.
Flats.
Delta 8.
Yes. Nah, shout out to VAYCAY. Official CBD sponsor. Love those guys. Christina, Yasi, Nick Weaver. I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.